All right. Ladies in life insurance 101.
I love it. My name's Ramona,
My name is Shell.
and we're both new life insurance agents. And today's topic for today is starting out in life insurance.
Yes, starting out in life insurance. Well, that's been a real wild road for me. I don't know about you, Ramona.
Definitely has been a wild, like 4 to 5 months, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're starting out here, so it's been good so far, I have to say. Um, but yeah, let's talk about, I guess, life insurance, getting the licensing part.
Sounds great. Before we get to that, Shell, what made you interested in starting out with life insurance in
Oh
the
my
first place?
gosh. I love life insurance. Honestly, it's just another way of protecting yourself and your family. So I felt that way when I figured out, hey, I don't have to give this money to the government. I can actually keep it for myself and my family. So I felt that that was really important. So that's where I was like, I can definitely see value in that. So I started like telling my friends about it, and they're like, you're kind of like actually selling in a way. Because they were getting intrigued by what I was doing and what I was doing with my own money. So that's how I got into it.
That's a really exciting and inspiring for sure.
Awesome. And for you, Ramona, what do you want to get out of this career?
That's a very layered and high value question, that's for sure. Number one, I think growth. I feel like this industry teaches you a lot about personal growth, not just career growth. You learn a lot about self-discipline, how to manage your time, how to be accountable, and also how to like bounce that off of like, your closest colleagues as well. The number one thing that I want to get out of this is not just a rewarding career that continues to push me, to grow myself, but also in the industry, but also to protect families, right? When you sit down with real people and you see their individual situations, you want to make sure that you're giving them the best advice so that they can use the life insurance products and tools to protect their assets and to protect their family. And I think that's like the number one driving force that makes me choose this industry and this job.
That's a great answer. That's a really great answer.
Thank you.
Um, yeah. Any questions for me?
Yeah, I definitely, since we're both sort of starting out, and so we sort of just exited out the first phase, which is, doing the licensing course in Ontario, the REMIT course, and, training in the field, and then finally getting our feet wet with like actual, clients. Um, what would you say would be your biggest tip for getting through the REMIT course and studying the REMIT course, if you had to pick one tip?
I think time management would be the biggest tip.
Yeah.
Making sure that you are staying focused for whatever that time is. So if you block off, say, 3 hours a day, I would definitely make sure you're going to know what you're going to be doing in those 3 hours because there's so much information. So making sure that you're focused, and you can definitely crush it in the end because once you have all that information in there, it's good for you for life, really. So, yeah.
That's a great tip for anyone who's just starting out and just signing up for the REMIT course. I'm sure that they can use that tip and take it in stride. Um, and my next question for you, because I know this one hits home, what would you say is sort of the best way to manage training in the field while waiting for your license? Because here in Ontario, it does take a little while for your license to come through once you've passed the REMIT course. So if you could go back during that period of time while you were waiting for your license to come through and you were training, what would you say would be like the most efficient or best use of your time while you're sort of like in that limbo mode, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, it can definitely get tough with like losing motivation, or you're kind of wondering, hey, is this even for me?
Mhm.
But life insurance has a boatload of information. So it's really important for you to actually gain your knowledge in all aspects of even the product knowledge. Like, you want to know what you're selling.
Yeah.
So, how you're going to help people. So, if you can be an expert in every single aspect of that before you can get on the field, well, you're going to be ahead of everyone else. So making sure that you actually show up, if that means you sign in, whatever it means to show up. Maybe it is physically going into an office, or going to a virtual office. Make sure you show up at, say, whatever, 12 o'clock was my time, to 9 o'clock. So, stay committed to that. Make sure that you are focused, because at the end of the day, it really isn't about you. It's about protecting a whole whack of families once you actually get out on the field. So, yeah, that would be my tip for that.
That's an amazing answer, and I know firsthand that you're not just saying that, you actually did put that into motion, and you're very consistent, 12 to 9 every day, in and out. So,
I try my best. And I have a question for you, Ramona. What do you feel the challenges are of being a life insurance agent?
oh, now that I can think of many things. I think the number one thing when you're sitting with families and members like we do at AIL is really getting them to be on the same page with you in terms of understanding the value of the products that we're trying to get out to the families. Whether it's the no cost benefits that we offer or the more exclusive permanent benefits that we offer, it's about making them understand why life insurance and the products associated with life insurance are important for them and their family, and how it serves them to better them in the future. Because we all know, since we are in life insurance, that life is unpredictable, and you really don't know what tomorrow holds. So for me, the biggest challenge is really making them understand how valuable the services are that we're trying to provide them. And when there is that gap, then it just becomes tougher as a life insurance agent to really get these services out in the community and protect families. So I would say that would probably be the challenge that's been the most on my mind recently when I'm sitting with families, is because we do have a passion for people and we do want to go out in the community and make sure that they have their no cost will kit, or that they have their final expenses covered. But you can't really do that unless the consumer themselves see the value in what you're trying to give them. So that, I think, would be the challenge right now that's at the top of my head.
Yeah, that's a very good point, because we do offer obviously really good products, and not being biased, but I mean, we before we got into the field, we're researching which company should we even represent, right? So it's important to actually work for a company that sticks to your values, so that you're not, you're not going against what you believe in. So it's important for that.
Absolutely. And I think if we're capable of seeing the value in the company and the products and the services, then everyone else is capable too. It's also on our part to make sure that we deliver in a manner so that they can receive, what we're trying to put out there.
Mm.
But yeah, if there are, you know, work employees like ourselves, agents like ourselves, and this amazing company exists for the past 70 years, then obviously that says something. So it's just about getting them on the same page as well.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Where should we go next?
Well, I think this was pretty good for our first session, Life Insurance 101. You're hanging with the ladies in life insurance.
Life Insurance 101. Yes. Well, if you have any questions for us, how to get into the business, or actually wanting to sit with us and see what we have to offer for you, we're here. You can reach us down below. You can see our contact information. But yeah, have a great night, everyone.
Don't be shy to reach out.
Happy New Year.